Hi, I'm Zenzele, and this is my channel, Urban Eve. This is the last video in my series of videos doing eyeshadow looks with Natasha Denona's Triochrome palette. In this video, I'm going to be creating the eyeshadow look you see here using the bottom row. This is called Total Flip. And Natasha explains that these colors were put together as inspiration for people who like to create everyday, more subtle, soft, and classic eyeshadow looks. I'm gonna go ahead and let you know right now that this is the third time that I've recorded this video because I found these shades to be very difficult for me to intuitively know how to use. I won't even go into the different sequences that I tried, but neither of them really worked for me until I did this one, which I am still not super crazy about. But how's that for a nice setup to this how-to? If you still want to see how I achieved this eyeshadow look, keep watching anyway. Okay, so I am back, and obviously this is my final look. I will say this, with what I said in the beginning of this video in mind, the Total Flip row is the most disappointing row for me from this palette. But working with these shades in the way that I did for this particular look made me appreciate some shades that I didn't before. So like Diatonic, which is described as a vibrant light coral, this shade right here, I really liked the way that it looked on this part of my lid as like a major color. And I will admit that these shades work well together. It's not my favorite curation of shades, but they do work well together. I felt like for this particular look, the way that I decided, the sequence that I decided to use, I could see the way that these shades work well. I really like Garmon, this color right here, when I was using that to deepen the outer third. It's not a super dark color, but you can see it. It's a really sort of soft kind of sable color that it just kind of diffuses out in a really lovely way. Of course, because of my complexion, I feel that, you know, it maybe doesn't show up as much as it could, but I kind of feel like this is the shade that you're seeing. And on any skin tone, it's going to diffuse out and be soft because, as Natasha Denona said, that is what this particular row of colors is for. It's for a classic, subtle, and soft look. So none of these shades, even Plutonium, which you can really see the shade here and it seems to pop a lot. When you put it on, it just starts to soften and diffuse out. It's not meant to be a standout color. I will also say that color flip, this is not my favorite of the Triochrome shades in this palette. I think that remains Scarab up here in the Trailblazer row. Color flip is described as having color shifts of pink, nude, and green. And I mean, you can even see in the palette, like if I turn it this way, you can kind of see the green and then the purple. And I think the nude is, you know, more neutral and harder to really see. It's alright. I mean, and you saw when I sprayed my brush and I put it on, it kind of comes up a little bit more, but it's just not my favorite of the 3 Triochrome shades. The color Vertex, which is described as a cool ivory, was nice. I don't know if I would use this in any other place besides where I used it in my brow bone. So I'm gonna say that my favorite shades from this row are definitely Plutonium, which is described as a burnt mandarin. Garmon, which is described as a peachy taupe. I really liked this color, the way that I used it in this particular eyeshadow look. And then again, Diatonic. I definitely like this one a lot for the main part of my eye. But I'm excited to continue using all of these shades interchangeably. I just thought it would be a cool challenge to use them the way that Natasha Denona arranged them. I'm gonna go ahead and say, as you probably already know, that my favorites are literally from the top down, the way that it is arranged. I love Trailblazer. This one is my favorite. The second one, True Enthusiast, is my second favorite. And Total Flip is my least favorite in terms of the way that the shades are put together. Like, I don't feel like this is my favorite eyeshadow look. There are shades in this row that I really like and that I would love to use interchangeably with the others, but I have yet to find an eyeshadow look to create with this bottom row that really is like, wow, amazing to me. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. I would say that if you're going to get this palette, I would definitely get it for the first couple of rows. I wouldn't necessarily say that you have to get it. I think that I'm becoming a bit of a fan of Natasha Denona, and as a collector, I definitely wanted to grab this since it's limited edition, even though limited edition doesn't really mean anything anymore. But it still makes the bell go off in my head, especially with regard to Natasha Denona palettes, because her palettes are very special to me. And this is, again, my first full-size Natasha Denona palette. So that is pretty much it for my last video in this series of videos using the Natasha Denona Triochrome palette to create 3 different eyeshadow looks based on the 3 different rows that she put together. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought in the comment section below, or just if you liked the video, show your likes by clicking on the thumbs up button. and I hope to see you in my next video soon. Bye.